Good day everyone, I hope you're well. My name is Nick and we're looking at Zynaps on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Hewson Consultants in 1987. It's a horizontal shooter with some rather cool music. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. You are the pilot of a Scorpion attack fighter and you must destroy an alien stronghold who are probably up to no good. So here we are, nice and colourful this one. I do know a poke for this, if we don't do very well, as per usual I'll go back and put it in. This is stage 1, which I'm told is supposed to be easy, which means for me it's still quite difficult. Right, okay, so there's nothing too difficult at the moment. If you hold the fire button down you can collect these bits of fuel in the sky. And eventually, oh dear, eventually it'll upgrade your weapons. Hooray! So, the things that can kill you are alien spacecraft, ground installations, alien command ships, end-level baddies and asteroids, which hopefully we'll get to, and other various hazards. So don't collide into anything and don't get shot. And that's pretty much it really. Boom, boom, boom. Oh dear, we're dead. Is that it? You get 3 lives each go, and I think this is my last go, and then it's a good night Vienna. Take out that ground installation. Get past these waves of aliens. There's domes. I don't know if we can land in those. I don't think we can do. My finger's already starting to hurt. Keep pressing the fire button. Auto fire won't work here. Oh dear. So the weapons you can cycle through are the pulse lasers, which I have at the start there, and it's game over. Plasma bombers, homing missiles, and seeking missiles. I don't know what the difference between a homing missile and a seeker missile is. I presume the seeker missiles are a little bit stronger. So we'll have one last go on normal mode to see what my skills are like. And if they're poor, which they probably are, then we'll put a poke in for Invincibility or something. How's that sound? It sounds good, Nick. Okay, go. So this is what a Scorpion fighter looks like. It does look a bit like a Scorpion. It's got a bit of a wing at the back, which could be the Stinger, I presume. Apart from that, it just looks like a rat, really, with a funny tail. Good animation here, nice and smooth. Scrolling quite well. I like a bit of a starry background. As far as horizontal shooters go, it should have to be one of the better ones, if not the best one. Alright, right, we've got an upgrade here. There's a target there for superpower. We'll get something in those crosshairs, it'll blow up straight away. Boom. Best for ender level bosses. Now, I can't wait to see what the ender level boss will look like. I'm doing quite well here. Avoid those blue things. And now we come to sort of like a tunnel thing. Oh, so level 1 isn't that easy, I would say. Zynaps. I don't know who recommended this one to me. It was a few of you, I think. It's been on the list for some time, and now we've eventually got it. I think I still prefer Silkworm, you know, but Zynaps is pretty good too. Hewson Consultants really put out a few good games there. This one is in 1987. Did you have this? Either on the Amstrad... Oh, dearie me. That's it. We're dead. Did you have this on the Amstrad CPC or the Commodore 64? Then let me know. Let's put in a poke. Dooby-dooby-doo. Steve Turner did the music. Poking. Right, I think that's going to do us, you know. Right, here we go. Will it work? We should be invulnerable now. Yes, we just ran into that thing. Here we go then. So, I'm not sure if we'll do the whole game. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll keep going until we get bored. So, over this crisscross thing, over the dome. The instructions don't say what aliens are attacking us, but over the years in computer games, the amount of aliens that have attacked us are probably from about 60 billion trillion different planets. If only they got together and all attacked at the same time, they might have stood a chance against the one ship we always send in, but they never learn. Right, we've got a bouncing bomb thing now as well, you might have noticed. Press fire button, get these things. When you press the fire button, the ship goes different colours, allowing you to pick up those purpley things from your fuel scoop. I think that's what it is. Die, everyone. We're coming through. At least we're going to get to the end of stage 1 now. As we're playing this, let me know what your favourite horizontal shooter is on the Spectrum. I might have reviewed it already, I might not have. We have reviewed quite a lot of games. This week in particular, I've been having trouble with a Microsoft update, so it's a bit of a miracle that this is up at all. But here it is. Boomer. Right, here we go. Come on. Keep the ship rolling. This is the end of the level, I think. We should be able to take out this fellow. Come on. One shot on the backwater. There we go. How many? Yeah, that seemed doomed. I think that's the end of the level, is it not? Should we end it there? No, it's way too short. Right, stage 2. Through the asteroid storm. Right, let's weave through this. Like Empire Strikes Back. Etc, etc, and these guys come at me like flying ants. So we're fighting fighters and going through asteroids at the same time. That takes quite a lot of skill. Now you can't blow up the asteroids, but normally they could smash into you, but they won't do this time because we're invulnerable to anything. Invincibility is where it's at. Kaboom! If only the aliens knew this. There are only chances that I get bored at some point and just reset the game. Nice display on the bottom. I don't know what it means. Left and right is weird shapy things going up and down. In the middle is sort of like a front view with my firing, I think. Is it? I'm not sure. Kaboom! In space. Right, the score's up the top there if you want to make a note of that. But if you're playing this, then don't put a cheat on, a poke. Try and get as far as you possibly can. Or not. Very colourful this for a Spectrum game. They've done really well. Really well. Normally they bottle it sometimes and go for some sort of monochrome affair. This makes it a bit difficult to see. But I do think the 2D scrollers work better on the Spectrum than the horizontal ones work better than the vertical ones. What am I talking about? The ones with the backgrounds don't work very well. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think the shooters with the slight black background work cool. Mooncrester was a horizontal one. That was quite good as well. Right, let's just power through. I don't know what these things are. It looks like something you put on a Christmas tree. Maybe this is the Christmas Tree Alliance, and they're attacking us for putting their mini ships on trees to decorate them of their dead comrades. Maybe that's something to do with it. If that is the case, then they've got good grounds. As we go to stage 3 in the bubble bath thing. This looks a bit weird. That's fancy. Look at that, magenta, yellow, and blue. That's quite clever coded. But it's all for naught as we zip through like a ship possessed. I'm a little bit worried that we've seen everything we're going to see in this game already. The background's a little bit different. Ships all seem to be roughly the same size. Doesn't look like there's going to be any big end-of-level guardians, well there hasn't been so far. Hopefully I get some surprise. Now I don't think this was based on any arcade game. If Zynaps was in the arcades then let me know, but I don't think it was. Lots and lots and lots of horizontal and shoot 'em up all around the place. If you owned a Spectrum back in the day or even now, and I think this one is worth getting hold of. The early 80s shooters have a different feel to the late ones, probably because the late ones are done in assembler code rather than basic. Penetrator was a basic coded game. If you want to check that one out, I reviewed that quite some time ago. This is more advanced in assembler language, I would have thought. Or compiled by something. Kaboom, splat, kapowie. Hopefully my computer doesn't reset as we're doing this. This is being emulated, by the way, if you hadn't actually guessed. It's the quickest way to get the video up, and I get the best quality on this as well, rather than just recording straight from a TV screen with a camera based on it. I've tried that, it was awful. Anyway, let's go. Kaboom, and he's dead. This gives you the best experience on the ZX Spectrum with the less loss of sound and video quality, I think. There's lots of ways of doing it. Lots of creators do different things, and whatever works best for you, really. Right, okay, so we need to avoid those, like, mountainy things in the air, or rocky worms. There's a pigeon attacking my window. Hopefully he doesn't get in the video. What is he doing? Oh no, this is really putting me off now. There's a pigeon at the window. The window's half open. Go away, pigeon. Oh wow, wasn't these noises scaring him? Coo, coo. Alright, he's flown off. Right, we're back attacking the aliens. So that's your big enemies really in space. It's attacking all the aliens there, preventing them destroying the Earth, and a pigeon at your window. Imagine you was doing this in VR and a pigeon landed on your head. That would just spook you out crazily. Right, okay. Have you ever been attacked by a pigeon? Let me know. Or a seagull. Let's open it up to all birds. Owls, golden eagle, pterodactyl. Let me know. Let me know. Has a pterodactyl ever swooped down, picked you up, and then chucked you in the sea? Let me know about that as well. Back to the fighting. Some say this channel's pretty mad, but I think it's totally sensible. Right, okay, let's go. There's rockets firing at us, incendiary devices, there's stuff all over the place. It's war, and war is never pretty. Unless it's in multicolours like this. It's a shooting fest. I probably would have got killed a million billion times over by now. But I'm sensing we might be quite close to the end of the game. Like, oh, look at that thing. It's like a dung beetle in space with a laser on the bottom. It's not moving about very much. Take that. Oh, look, let's bomb him from above here. That's a big alien, isn't it, that? It's moving quite predictably, though. And now it's dead. Is that it? Was that the end of the game? No. Now, one gripe on this is it doesn't tell you what stage or level you're on. Looks like you can play 2 players on this. I'm the only one here, as per usual. More bubbles down the bottom here. If you pardon the expression. The sounds are quite good, aren't they? They've got a sound all their own. There's a lot of sounds going on. Pew, 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 pew. The waves are varied as well. They're not always the same from stage to stage. This game would have been a big challenge to complete, I'd say. If you bought this game back in the day, you would have got your money's worth. You're not going to complete this on day 1, if ever at all. These things seem quite random as a missile comes through the base. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take to complete this. I thought it would have been over by now. We'll do a few more stages, but if it keeps dragging on and on and on and on and on, we'll probably bail out. The idea of these reviews is seeing how the game plays. The gameplay isn't always brilliant. Seeing what the graphics are like, seeing what the sound are like, reliving memories. Very rarely they are complete walkthrough. So you'll get the occasional comment where someone thinks it should be a walkthrough, and then tell me all the stuff I'm doing wrong, when it's quite obvious we're just messing about, reliving old times. It's called nostalgia. Anyway, what can you do, eh? What can you do? Blam! Here we go. What other horizontal shooters are quite like this I haven't come to yet? Any by Hewson Consultants I'd quite be interested to know about. They certainly could put together a game. It's the same guys last time, isn't it? Oops. Avoid the blue balls. There were 5 in snooker. I don't know where he's got those from. He might have stole them from various snooker tables across the galaxy, and now he's launching them at me. There we go, he's dead. Snooker Loopy, nuts are him. If you're familiar with the song. YouTube it. Snooker Loopy by Chaz and Dave. Classic song. They don't write them like that anymore. And there's probably a good reason. Hyperspace, no. Hyperspace is not an option here. Feel the false loop. Right, for over there. More snooker balls. Right, we'll make this the last stage, I think. Then we might vamos, as they say in Greece. And probably somewhere else. Right, asteroids. And missiles. Man, asteroids and missiles. That's what you don't want. And they're all the same colour as well. But the result's the same. Hit by an asteroid, dead. Hit by a missile, dead. But we're through that asteroid storm. Through the red arrow display team. Now the blue arrow display team are pretty brief. More red arrows. Meow. Feel free to make your own sound effects. It always helps. We've got a huge score, and we've only used probably about 6 billion lives. If you completed this without the cheats on, now bear in mind you only get 3 lives. I don't know if you get a bonus life for every certain amount of points you get, but on 3 lives this is pushing it a little bit, isn't it? Is it not? Right, okay, just focus on going forward. The stars in the background there are moving at different speeds, giving you a sense of movement, which I quite like. Yeah, Lots moving on the screen at the same time. It doesn't slow down at all. I was expecting maybe some loading between some of the stages, but that's not present. So once you've loaded it, it is all there. Right, is that the end of the game? Prepare for... No, it isn't. It's just going on forever, this. It's going on forever. I thought there was just going to be 4 levels. But there's a lot more than 4 levels, isn't there? A lot more. But I think we've seen all the variety now. I don't think there's anything else. There's a few different types of aliens. Few different types of ground placements. Missiles and their asteroids. And it's just variants of that now each time. And these force field things to collect. Yeah, don't bump into the bubbles normally, but I can just fly through them because I've got special superpowers. A Scorpion attack fighter, that's what you need. I think there might have been one of those in Frontier Elite, a Scorpion fighter. I haven't reviewed Elite at all yet on the Spectrum or the Commodore Amiga, so maybe that's something for me to have a look at. And that will be a big long review, because if you're familiar with Frontier Elite, at least on the Amiga, that was a huge game, going around the galaxy doing sort of things. That's sort of blundering series. I haven't really got sort of time to do that at the moment. Kaboom, kasplat, etc, etc. Yeah, it's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Kaboom. What do you think of this game? Tell me honestly. Good? Rubbish? Do you agree with me? I quite like it, although difficulty is difficult. Does that make sense? Yeah, probably. The difficulty is quite high, I would say, on normal play. So most people would never actually get this far. Probably just getting 1 or 2 levels, unless they was a demon player. So yeah, apart from that, I mean, these games I think are always better after a while with the cheat on. Well, that's a different alien, is it not? Yeah. But it's going to go the same way. Like the way it's changing colours as I hit it, but don't really know what strength it's got. So yeah, so everything's good on this game, but one gripe is there's no meter to tell you what stage you're on. So if you got back with your friends and they said what stage have you got to? Have you got to level 10? You say, oh, I don't know, unless you wrote it on a piece of paper, which is a bit of a shame, really. So if you haven't got stage numbers or level numbers, it might as well be the same level going on and on and on, really. This thing's taking a bit of a clobbering, but doesn't seem to be dying. Maybe it is easier on 2-player. There's probably something quite fundamental I'm not doing. That's him dead. End of the game? It's not the end of the game. It's going on even more. It's going on even longer. Well, I think, I think we'll probably leave it there. So I hope you liked having a look at that. That was the marvellous Zynaps on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Hewson Consultants in 1987. Got any comments about that game? Any other games retro on the Spectrum? Then put it below. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.